Hey friends! So I was watching BookTube, big surprise, and I came across this video of all the big books on someone's shelf that they hadn't read. I don't remember his name. It was just a recommended video. If I find it, I'll link it down below. But I was looking through my shelves and I think I have 3 books that are over 500 pages that I haven't read. 4 books. Sorry, I forgot about one. It's right there. 4 books that are over 500 pages that I have not read. But 3 of the 4 have more than one story in it. So I don't know if you necessarily count it because each story is only like 200 to 250 in pages. So I didn't really want to just make a video with my one book that's over 500 pages. However, I have a ton of short reads that are unread on my shelf. And for me, short reads are anything over 250 pages. I know a lot of people do it 200 and under, but I give myself a little more wiggle room with it. But I thought we would just talk about them. So let's just dive right in. Oh, and you can't really see her very well, but Bella Boo's in this video as well. See? There she is. She's just gonna sleep. That's her favorite thing, is to cuddle. Okay, so the first section, because I have so many different types of books, but the first section is middle grade. They're short books. The first one is like 100 and something pages. 173 pages. Pocahontas by Joseph Brock. I think that's how you pronounce it. If it's not, I do apologize. And everyone knows Pocahontas, you know. I know the story, but I've never actually read the story. Kind of like Alice in Wonderland. I finally read Alice in Wonderland for the first time in 2020. Because I already kind of knew the story, so I didn't bother reading it. But I want to get to these books, even though I kind of know the general story of it. The next one is another middle grade. It is a classic. So it's The Secret Garden by Frances Hodgkins Burnett. And my version, is only 178 pages. And there are a lot of illustrations. So I don't think it'll be that hard to get through. So I don't know why it's still unread, but oh well. It's a classic about this girl. Her parents die, I believe, and she goes to live with her uncle, who isn't really home very often. So she kind of ends up exploring this garden outside. And I'm pretty sure that she enters like a magical world. So it kind of gives me The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe vibes. Or I guess The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe should give me The Secret Garden vibes because this came out first. But I absolutely love The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. I wish I had a copy of it to show you, but I don't own a copy, but it's still one of my favorites. And then our last middle grade book our last middle grade book, sorry, I don't know where I was going with that, is by J.M. Barrie. And you probably can tell that is Peter Pan. Yep, I'm ashamed, but I've never read Peter Pan. I know the basic story, so yeah, don't hate, but I haven't read it. So this is 156 pages. It is Peter Pan, and everyone knows the general story of Peter Pan, but I want to dive into it and know the whole story, not just, the basic parts. So those were my middle grade. And then I kind of got like a lot of different random stuff. So I guess I'm just gonna go in no particular order from this point on. But this is The 12 Days of Dash and Lily by Rachel Cohen and David Levithan. And it is a very short read too. 215 pages. And there's a couple reasons that I haven't read this one yet. So first off, there's snow on the cover and trees. Sorry about that. But there's a couple of reasons that I have not read this yet. First off, there's snow and trees. So it's a Christmassy themed book. So I'm hoping to read it during Christmas. However, this is also the second book. I think the first one is The 12 Dares of Dash and Lily. I would really love to read the first one before I move on to this one. So that is why both of them should be on this list, but I don't own the other one yet. Go me. And then I guess we'll move on to the memoir that is in this category. This one's now a movie, and I went to see the movie first. I do that on occasion. I try not to, but I do sometimes. So The Upside by Abdel Cello, and it is 204 pages. So it's this friendship between a con man and an aristocrat, a con man, and the friendship that transformed them both. So yeah, sounds good. I liked the movie, so I'm hoping that I will like the book as well. Usually the book is better. Usually. This one is kind of out of my comfort zone because it's like sporty. Yeah. I don't read too much about sports. I don't watch sports. Not really a sporty person in general. So this one is 241 pages. It's Surviving Adam Mead by Shannon Clare. And as far as I can remember, these two are a couple, but they end up breaking up. And he's like on the football team and she's a cheerleader. And so it's kind of the aftermath of their breakup, I think. I don't know. But it sounded really good, and then and then it says coach's daughter meets high school quarterback. What could go wrong? Okay, so maybe she isn't a cheerleader. I told you I don't know that much about that book, not in general. The next one is Hello Sunshine, and it is by Laura Dave. It is 242 pages. And from what I can remember of this, there is a woman named Sunshine Mackenzie, I believe, and she is a chef, like a famous chef, and she gets hacked, and her life starts to go downhill from there. So from the cover, it looks like a really upbeat, happy book, but from the synopsis, not so much, but it definitely sounds good. This one, I guess, can be considered a kid's book or middle grade, I think. So maybe I lied about that too. It's a retelling. So I don't know. It's kind of in the middle. It's a retelling, but in a Darkling Wood by Emma Carroll. So a small brave girl in a dark enchanted wood is bound to have the grandest of adventures. So it's Alice in Wonderland retelling. I'm all for it. Cannot wait to dive into that. Then I don't really know much about this one either. Sorry, I'm not good It's okay. But This Gorgeous Game by Donna Frittes. It's 208 pages. And let's see if we can figure out what it's about. I think I've read this before, but I don't remember. 17-year-old Olivia Peters has long dreamed of becoming a writer. So she's over the moon. Oh, yeah. When her literacy idol... Okay, so her favorite author has this contest to see, like, you can work for him for the summer, like an internship. And then things turn bad when he starts, like, crushing on her. And he's, like, 40 or something. And she's 17. And she starts feeling very unsafe around him. So, yeah, that sounds like obsessive and amazing and great. Speaking of obsessive, another short book that I have on my list is only 201 pages. It's Murder and Madness: The Secret Life of Jack the Ripper by David Abrahamsey. And I just love true crime stuff. I think I know stuff about Jack the Ripper, but as I found out from the I-5 Killer, the book, I don't know as much as I think I do, so I'll probably love that. The last three are emotional reads, and usually emotional reads are my all-time favorites. I don't know why, I'm just an emotional person. But this one's When Wings Expand by Mahad Magna Sinclair, and I'm very sorry for butchering that name. But this is the 217 pages. It's the true diary of Nur, a girl who lives in Canada, and she is watching her mom who has cancer, and she's kind of putting all her mom's symptoms and things, how she's doing in here, but she's also putting down her feelings and her fears and things like that. So I feel like I'm gonna be such a crybaby with this one, and that's why one of the major reasons I haven't read it. I love the emotional things, but you have to be in the right mindset to read that kind of thing. And I don't think I'm ever going to be in the right mindset to read about a sick mom who's dying, because, like, I can't even think about it makes me think of my own mom. And I'm tearing up. I just can't think about my mom like that. Like, no one wants their mom to die. And it's just crazy. I just think about my mom getting sick and being so far away, and I just can't read it yet. And then the other emotional reads that are on this list, hold on, let me see. So this one is Squad by Mariah McCarthy. It is 244 pages, and basically, from what I can remember, it's about this girl who, she doesn't get bullied, but she gets left out a lot from her friend group, and she feels abandoned and hurt until the point that she wants to commit suicide. And it's a heartbreaking book from what I can tell. And I love these kind of books, but I haven't read it yet. And I need to. I haven't read any of them. I need to read them all. 1 second. Okay, and the last one that is on my short reads that I still need to get to is Hold Still by Nina LaCour. It is 222 pages. And it's about Ingrid and Caitlin. I believe that Ingrid is the one. Caitlin. Okay. So Caitlin commits suicide, and Ingrid is her best friend. And this is kind of the aftermath of what happened after Caitlin did that, and how Ingrid gets on with her life. And it just sounds amazing, but heartbreaking. And this, again, one of the reasons I haven't read it yet, because it sounds so heartbreaking. So those are my short reads that I really need to get to. If you've read any of them, please comment down below which ones you've read. If you liked them, give me all the recommendations of which ones I should start with, because I want to knock all my physical books out of the park. So, yeah, Bella and I say goodbye, and we will see you later. Right, Bella? All right.